All right, so here we are on the 13th hole, and it's a 485 metre par 5. Now, it does work its way around to the left a little bit. You've got a bunker on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So you've got a bunker on the left-hand side of the corner, so it's directly on the corner. That if you can fly it, you catch a big downslope, and then it gives you a very, very good opportunity to go for it in two. With the slightly forward tees, for me, if I do flare one a little bit right, it could go in the scrub, could go in the water hazard, but this one's going straight over the middle of that bunker. That's where I want to hit this thing. Straight over the middle of it. Get down. That's very, very poor. Swinging driver very averagely. I think it's in the bunker on the right. Misstruck, poor swing. Nothing starting on target with driver. And I know I'm mucking around with a lot of different drivers, but that's a muck around to see if anybody mentions it. But anyway, that's average. That's in the bunker. I probably can't get there in two. Maybe it's short, but it's more than likely in it. All right, so that's what I've got to deal with. It's not what I wanted at all, but I'm just going to lay it up somewhere over there and just hit a shot in for my third. So I've got an 8-iron. Winds back into. I probably could hit. Well, I could hit anything really, but 8 should be enough. Have maybe a wedge in, something along those lines. That should be short of the bunker on the left. Hit an easy one. Oh, I saw it bounce twice. Hopefully it's missed it, but it's definitely bounced twice just before it. But you see there's bunkers everywhere. You get yourself into a little bit of strife here. Like that, you could probably half go for it. You could advance it a little bit more. But let's say you were trying to advance it. That line that I've gone there over those trees, if you flare one at all to the right, well then you're ending up straight in the sorcery, which certainly takes a tough par. It might make it a tough par. But anyway, we'll get up there and hopefully that's not too far below my feet, that next one. Okay, so how far have I got? A bit over 100. It was well short of the bunker. There's the bunker. There's me kicking down a slope. Perfect. Pin is up the back at 110. Previous hole was 100 back into the wind. What's this? Wind's into a little. Actually, no, it's not. Wind swirling. It's down that way. It's actually pushing to the right, just a little bit. So I'm going to hit gap wedge, same as I did on the previous hole. It should be pretty damn close, I would think. Oh, that's flighted down nicely, just left of it. I hope that's great. See, I can't zoom in and show you that. Because there's a big hill there. But I reckon that's probably 10, 12 feet or thereabouts. And that was very well struck. All right, so it was probably a little bit more than 12 feet or thereabouts, but it was a very, very good shot. I'll take that. Just to be pitched 2 meters, a meter. Behind now it's not in frame, but 2 meters behind it. I think this is sort of a downhill putt, maybe sneaking to the right, just sneaking to the right, because that's where the water is. I don't know. Some places reckon that that's the case, the pull of the water, but I reckon it's downhill pretty straight, maybe just sneaking to my right. And it did sneak to the right. Just a little bit more than I expected. So that's not great. Oh well, it's fine. Guys, that is a very, very cool par 5. par fives here are very, very good. Next one which is the old 7th hole, goes around and around and around and around and around. So it's very, very good. But anyway, we get to a nice little par 3 to come. All right, so 154 metre hole, but the pin is up the front. So 149 from where I'm standing near the buggy, which is off camera. So it's a little shorter than that. Back in the wind, I could probably hit a flat 8. It's probably about the club. It's got to be hit very, very well, basically. Because if it sort of flares up there or it doesn't come off with the ball speed it needs to be, then it's going to be an issue. But a solid 8, I'm going to call it. That is drawing just left of it, wind's pushing it back to the right. That is very good. So I can see the ball, so I'm going to zoom in on it. That's, I don't know, 15 feet again? Maybe a bit more. Pretty good shot, I'll certainly take it. Okay, so you probably can't quite see it on camera, but this whole section feeds this way to the left of the camera. And where my ball is, just over here is all slopes down towards the left. So this is in a little bit of a funnely sort of an area. It was a very good shot. It's what, 15, 20 feet, something like that. Breaking a decent amount left to right. Decent amount left to right, but if I was to miss this another 2 or 3 or 4 meters left, it's way down the hill there. So like I said, the par 3's here and the par 5's here. Well, North Lakes is the golf course is brilliant. So like I said, if you haven't been here, make sure you get here. This is about a foot left. No, not enough speed. Not enough speed, plenty of opportunities. Alrighty, so this hole is a 380 metre par 4. Pretty much dead straight. Like there's not too much going on with the hole. You've got nets on the right hand side of the tee block here to hopefully stop tee shots from going into lovely houses that are over there. So they're there for a reason. This is certainly not what any club would want, but that's just how it is. 380, just sort of hit a good tee shot down there. I suppose if anything, the hole does move slightly to the right. But if you can land it on you can see the bunkers that are green side off the tee here. So if you can land them on them, it's pretty damn good. So just straight down there. Hit the trees, nope. It comes out a bit flat, but I don't know if that hit. I think it's kicked off the bank. So that's fine. There used to be a bunker there where that ball is, and they've taken it, or they took it away quite a while ago. I don't sort of know why, but they did. That probably would have been in the bunker if the bunker wasn't there. If the bunker was there, I'll get up there and hit another shot in. Probably got a little wedge in. Okay, so like I said, mine was pretty flat through the trees there, and it probably would have hit the bunker. 121. It probably would have hit the bunker if the bunker was still there, but it didn't, and it's not there now, and that's okay. So I got 121 back into a bit of breeze. I've got a wedge, but I don't quite know what's going on with the wind. Doesn't feel like too much at the moment. Alright, but the wind's, I think, into, where was it in the last hole? Pushing to the right. So I reckon it's doing the same thing here. Pushing right, if anything. So I've got a wedge. It feels like it's down now. Yep. So that's gusting. See, this is the thing around here, because there's some nice corridors of holes. Now it feels like it's back into. So I reckon it's into pushing right is what it's going to be doing up the top. So I just got to hit a solid wedge. And should be able to get it about 119 or thereabouts. It's just left of it. 2 or 3 metres left of it. Oh, it spun further left. I reckon distance is really good. I reckon that's probably pretty much pin high, but it's to the left. So I've probably got to be coming up a little bit of a slope to putt with, but I think distance is very, very good. All right, so very, very good distance control. It pitched, oh, there you go, it pitched here. But yeah, distance is good, just direction just a little bit left. And that's okay, but it'd be nice to get wedges or, you know, thereabouts. Those distances dialed in a little bit better. What's this doing? Up the hill a little bit, but then at the hole it sort of sneaks a little flatter, maybe a little down. If anything, it might sneak to the right a smidgen, but doesn't look like too much. So I've got this sort of lined up. Oh, that's more in the middle of the hole. I'll just line it up just to the left and see what happens. I reckon it'll be somewhere around about there. Oh, that is poor as well. No speed. So these last few holes make me a little bit tentative, especially from here on in, the next par 5 in, because you just can't hit a bad shot. And I mean, you can't hit a bad shot here, but there's a little bit of bail in some of these areas. So that is the end of part 5. I don't know what I am, square, 1 under, square, 1 over, something like that. I'm pretty happy with how I'm sort of playing. I'm not really happy with how I'm hitting driver, but making sort of enough saves. And again, you just need to stick with it. You just need to make sure that if you are in the bunker or if you do hit a poor tee shot, you just make sure that you keep at it, because what's the worst that can happen? You're just going to make a bogey or whatever. But you know, the more positive you are about things, the better it's going to turn out. The more you start worrying about saying, oh, you can miss it to the right or you miss it to the left, you're probably going to do that. So if you think it's going to happen, it probably will. But anyway, I'll go through on the par 5, par 3, par 4 to finish, and let's see if it doesn't come unstuck. Well, I've just done it then. But anyway, next couple of holes are brilliant.
Beautiful. And don't forget, smash that like button.
You're
That's
a
what you
weirdo.
say, don't you?
Oh, that's what they say to say.
Hey? I don't know. If you don't like it, don't like it. Hit dislike. Who cares?
Yep.
I don't care. But anyhow, see you then. Beautiful.
See you.